Okay.
Highly
I'm done dicking around with Dungeon Alchemist. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay.
We are ready. When we last left, you had made your way, towards kind of the bottom of the hill as you were discussing what you were going to do next. You have in your possession a key. That key, you believe, opens a door somewhere in the palace. But the people who work in the palace or worked in the palace under the old Archfey don't anymore. However, you were told by your key-obsessed goblin friend who is afraid of doors, locked doors specifically, that you can find some of those servants in the town of Downfall near Bavlorna's cottage, which she didn't say with a lot of enthusiasm for what it's worth. She did let slip, though, that is a hag that she was talking about. One of the hags that now control Prismere.
Gross. Fucking hags.
And if I'm not mistaken, they said the location was to the west of the tree stump?
Yeah. If you look at the map of Hither, you would guess from where you were on the bridge that the only place she could really be talking about is that lake settlement over there.
I was about to say it's either the house just to the southwest or it's the house on top of the rock in the lake.
All I know is I want to go to the tree stump, find a jerk,
and beat him up.
Take a stick and hit him in the face with it.
Absolutely.
Right. I would say the other thing that you did say that you were going to help do was find justice for your new friend.
I was away, so I didn't hear everything you guys were saying.
We were just really, what is it? Recapping.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yep. I was just mentioning that in talking with your goblin friend, you had gained a key, which opens something at the palace. However, the people who would know exactly what it opens at the palace don't work there anymore since the hags took over. But she knows that at least one of them lives in the village of Downfall. And that Downfall is also the home of one of the hags' cottages. Bavlorna is her name. And then the other thing that you had promised was to get justice for your friend.
Yep. Well, we're going to get justice. I also wanted to do something once we were done talking to our friend and just, kind of getting ready to spend the night. I wanted to try to find a good spot to place a ram skull, and I wanted to give it to Telemy.
I don't think it's going to like that.
Just decorate the place.
I would ask first.
Okay. I mean, how do you intend to do that? Are you going to stage it or anything like that?
No, that's exactly it. Is while nightfall is coming or it's getting dark, I'm gonna go for a walk, kind of meditative, right? And try to find a good spot where this ram skull looks like it would be nicely hung or put down on a rock or somewhere, and then back up, just leave it there. But yeah, it's have a little house or something. I don't know exactly how it will appear. There will be a spot where I will be walking down my makeshift path and I'll be like, yes, this is where a ram skull should go. It would look nice here, ties the place together.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But it's a gift for giving us a place to stay.
Yep, I totally understand. Actually, as long as I have the screen that I have open, I didn't give you guys the actual silver key, did I?
No.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
All right. Which of you is holding that?
Got it.
Probably not me. That looks like
Oh,
maybe
me.
Jory.
Yeah.
What am I holding?
A
You're
key.
holding the key that we got from Jingle Jangle.
Am I? I think maybe I was.
No, we're telling you you are.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
giving it
you
to-
gave it to me, and so I were okay. Sure, yeah, I do recall the interaction where we got that key. So
Yes,
if I'm gonna hold it, then I'm holding it.
Yeah, well, you have it now by consensus is what happened.
Oh well, you know what? Actually, if I look here in my
I
inventory,
just added to your inventory.
God damn it! I just opened my inventory and it says silver key, so I was gonna be like, look, there it is, right? Oh, and now it's an unidentified item, so I don't know.
Yeah, I need to edit it. That's
It
all.
was a silver key.
It's the key to our
Yep,
fate, sir.
The item was very spoilerific, so I had to unspoil it before I let you see it again.
Ah,
I don't know why. I don't know why its description was does exactly this thing at exactly this place, but that's like literally what the description was.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten there yet. You were just all like,
So,
hey, you have the key.
literally-
And I was like, I don't know that I do.
Yeah.
So I opened up my inventory and then I was like, oh no, it says silver key. I guess I do.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was
it's
literally
all-
the silver key that unlocked door 12 and corridor 3.
you
Section
totally
B.
get it. Exactly.
What? Why?
I don't know. I
Because
don't
D&D is a progression fantasy. I thought you knew once.
know. Right.
it's a great
That's
way to
funny.
organize it.
All right. Let me minimize that, and then
Hey.
I need to do a thing.
Watson, what sort of foods and meats do you have from outside of Prismere?
I'm going to delete that from my
A whole selection still. So
Yeah, we should probably be thinking about eating those just so we make sure we don't get stuck or trapped or something.
right. I've been cooking with it. I was going to taste the super meat till we got outside.
Okay. Verde. There doesn't seem to be any like actual like palpable reaction that you can like you point to as, oh, see, the hill liked that or didn't like that or whatever. However, you do notice as you're walking back to the party that the like generally still air has more active sounds of insects and birds in it than you were hearing earlier.
Huh. Neat.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is neat.
That makes me wonder. I'm going to go outside of the cave for a moment and kind of go down the path to somewhere where it's maybe a lot greener.
Okay.
And I'm going to maybe have collected some stones along the way. Yeah. I collected some stones along the way to where is it? Inventory.
Are you going to stack stones? I'll help you
You're
stack
gonna make a
stones.
cairn. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm going to make
Feeling very primal right now, so
a cairn, but I'm going to make it around one of my medium branches from the dryad tree.
ooh, neat.
Oh, cool.
You want to place it by the skull?
No, I want to have it closer to the greenery and the nature where the dryad would have appreciated it.
Oh, okay, absolutely. I get you. I get you.
Actually,
won't interrupt
could
that.
we not just ask Telemy Hill, the wonderful trees, to guide us to a place where we could transplant the Dryad's tree? I'm sure they would know where the best nature magic wood is to transplant.
That's not a bad thought, Watson. How do we flag down one of these trees?
Well, still want to build the cairn here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, both things are possible. You know from when they all gathered around you that some of those trees are relatively distinct. You could probably track at least one of that copse of trees down. But yeah, let's handle your I was gonna say shrine. I mean, I guess that's the right word there. But yeah, let's handle this first. Let's see. This is probably, well, you guys ate and everything. So if this isn't the next morning already, this is probably nighttime.
I'm sure we
Okay.
would have waited till the morning.
Well, why don't we ask Neuro, since it's his action here? When did you do this narratively?
Well, what was the time of day when we made it up to the cave?
It was probably like mid-afternoon. But Jingle Jangle had told you that the flood was going to last at least a day. And so you guys had decided that you were going to stay the night, if you recall.
And we
Right.
don't even know what the day means. Like, it might still have to drain, too. I don't know if that means we have to spend 2 nights here, 1 day, or whatnot.
I think it's something
Well,
I would have. Go ahead. So I was going to say, I think it's something that I would have done that day as like a, maybe saying what I was going to do and then kind of going and doing it.
Got it. Okay.
So, Jingle Jingle would hear this plan, and if they wanted to weigh in, they could say something.
Yeah, she doesn't offer anything useful. Like, you kind of get a neat. That's about it.
Yeah. And I would imagine this is around or like just before or after YOLO kind of has his idea of putting down the skull.
Gotcha.
I have to make room
Okay.
for actual trophies,
Yeah.
Skull is just a placeholder.
So, as you complete the shrine, how are you going to arrange the branch? What's your, like, how is it displayed?
The thickest part of it is going to be what the stones are built around, and the thinner parts where like the smaller little branchlets and stuff would have been coming off from, those are still kind of sticking out. Maybe the bottoms of them have little like pebbles and gravels and stuff kind of lightly on top. On top of the
okay.
like the base of the bottom sort of thing, for where
Right.
it
So
breaks off to the branchlets.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. To ask a more direct question, I guess, is the intent a standing tree in effigy? Is it lying on its side?
Oh yeah, it would be upright.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. In that case, as you complete your work and you step back to contemplate it, there's actually a breeze that blows through the area that you're at, which, as I've mentioned multiple times before, is unusual for the area. It's very still. The breeze carries a sort of sweet scent, almost like clover and some sort of summer flower. You can't quite place it, but it's nice. Like it's it's an attractive scent. Around the base of the branch, first sort of like poking out from beneath the various stones, a sort of like spreading carpet of green. You at first you think it's moss, but you realize as it begins to spread and grow that it's actually literally clover. Forms around the whole the whole monument. Amongst the clover, a few other small flowers and other plants bloom, as well as a small cluster of 3 sort of bluish green mushrooms.
Ooh, mushrooms. I like mushrooms.
Very interesting. Yeah,
Can I identify them?
Using your book, you might be able to find them. Yeah.
Okay. Do I just? What do I
That
need
would
to
probably
roll?
be our Arcana.
Okay.
Given that you're using a book.
Well, fail.
Yeah. I mean, you do find a few things that you think they might be. One of them is a deadly poisonous mushroom that actually turns the neural pathways of the person that eats them into glass.
Might I help out
Okay.
using my librarian trait from my past life?
Yeah, actually, probably.
Actually, you know what? I would have been looming over him. Probably give him another roll, like an assist
No, that's exactly.
for Watts.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, give him another roll.
You guys are really optimistic. I like it.
Well, I'm a librarian, man. Like,
Hey, that was nice. Look at that.
properly.
Okay.
I know.
that was
This is a
better.
handwritten index. Like this manuscript doesn't follow like the Dewey Decimal System, but here, look, you were close.
Right. It has an organizing principle. Right, totally. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you do manage to narrow it down amongst the 3. It is a kind of mushroom he didn't name. The notes scrawled in the, I guess you can call it marginalia, though that's weird for the kind of book that it is. But still, the notes on the side call it a mushroom of the mind, and it implies that it creates connections between people that share its fruit.
Like you eat four or 5 people eat one of the same one, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. I mean, does that also mean if Telemy is sharing this with us, that we'll share a mind with it?
I don't know. The book doesn't say anything about sentient hills.
I would want to get confirmation that this was a gift before we took one and shared it amongst ourselves.
That seems like a reasonable thought process.
But also, it's Phalian's gift to Telemy too. So whether or not they want to accept the gift or leave it in honor of the Dryad's twig it's up to him.
I'll be honest with you. I only wanted to take 2 at most if they had a use, but if it's simply take one, if we take small enough pieces, we probably wouldn't even kill it.
Yeah, if you were careful about it, sure.
Yeah, sure.
8 from around the cap. Yeah.
I'll look around for the leader tree. He seemed to be more vocal.
Yeah.
Hey,
You can find him after a little while.
telling me. Hey, telling me, can you look at this? Will explain what happened to you?
You're pointing at the mushrooms?
Yeah.
There's a creaking groan in the wood of the tree as it sort of bends downward to regard from whatever passes for its eyes, because it sure doesn't seem to have any. And it looks down at the mushrooms, at least you presume, and it says, those are yours.
Okay. That's what we were wondering.
I think the better question is, will it link us to you or link us to each other?
Only those that share the flesh of the mushroom will feel its effects.
Do you know how long it lasts?
Time, it says, is elastic. What's short for me is long for you. I find its effect short. No longer than the
So
light
you would
of
gain like
day.
a ring or maybe two?
No longer than the light of day. 12 hours,
Yeah.
24.
How much of the flesh needs to be consumed in order to have the effect?
Not much. A bite.
Okay. So if we're careful with it, we can preserve them and keep them going for a while. Do you think it'd be easy to grow them outside of this environment?
They would, the tree says.
Well,
and it shakes a bough of its branches, and a small branch falls to the ground. And it says something like that, but larger, that it could really sink its teeth into, would keep it alive.
I understand.
Wood growing fungus. Add this to the manuscript. Complete the work. You know you want to, Watson.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I have a chilling fungus that I have experience with. Could you look at it, see if you could let me know if it's actually still alive or not? I've tried looking, but it just doesn't seem to do like it had done before.
The tree kind of, you guess it's shaking its head. It sort of like wobbles side to side. And it says, if it's not of Telemy, I know no more than you.
I didn't know if you had wandered to places other than just here.
Well, they are telling me. They have wandered where Telemy has wandered.
Exactly. And I don't know where all Telemy has wandered.
Ah, I understand now.
Telemy,
Because Telemy is a wondrous place.
I want to tell you the story of that branch there. We came into this world in a corrupted land, and in trying to fight the corruption, we found a dryad who herself had become corrupted, and tried to do everything we could to reverse the corruption or save her in some way, and just wasn't going to work. So she had asked us to burn her tree so she could be released from this horrible nightmare that she was in. And in the process, she left behind a great many of these branches of her wood, which carried a very potent smoke that was able to clear away the corruption as it burnt around. It helped us finally get to the source of the corruption and handle it. And while she might not have survived, I wanted to honor her wherever and however I can. So that is why I've brought her here as this offering.
Everything's quiet for a moment. In the quiet, you again, smell the sort of semi-sweet scent of summer flowers. And the tree responds, "She must have been powerful. It's said that the will of the Fae, of those with a strong enough connection, can shape and alter everything. That smoke must carry her desire to clean her forest."
See?
It's a potent gift you've given Telemi. We thank you.
I thank you for receiving it. I'm glad to be able to honor her memory.
I have some other branches. Would we possibly be able to transplant her so she may find peace here? Or is the Karn the best we can do with her?
No doubt she's passed on if her branches are in this state. It says bending a branch to somehow sort of indicate pointing towards the memorial. Rest knowing that she is gone. That said, those branches carry a strong will. They may be useful, not just to you, but to others in this land.
I see. It certainly won't be easy taking on the hags. And take all the help we can get. Do you think this would be a potent weapon against them? This would?
Those hags also have strong wills. This mire, the tree says with some amount of distaste, that sucks at our feet and keeps us here, is their will.
I see.
This place has become a prison for you.
Yeah, the tree doesn't respond, but you get the impression that it's not disagreeing with.
Well, we intend to free them. We intend to reverse all the terrible things they've done and restore order. That is our goal.
A good goal. Telemi wishes you luck.
The
Thank you.
one that was in control of this place before them, do they still have them? Or did they banish them?
Prismir is the lady, it says, and the lady is Prismir. Whatever its state, that it is here means there is hope for the lady.
I wonder if we could find the lady and free the lady.
Do we even know which of the three realms she's in? Is she in Hither?
Telemi doesn't know, the tree says. No one has seen her since the hags came here.
Where had she been residing last?
In her palace,
Here in Hither?
of course. No, he says, hold on. He says, here in Prismere. The palace is at its heart.
Hidden behind the clouds.
Where are Tither and Yon relative to Hither?
I mimic the dance.
Right.
Yeah.
I point with a finger and I go, well, there's hither, and I point downward, and I go, there's tither, and I point over my shoulder, and I go, and there's yawn, and I point way over there.
Right. Yeah, the tree says, like time, space in Prismere is elastic. Hither is there. It gestures, I guess, west. And that is yawn, and it gestures, east, I guess we'll call it, in the other direction. But as to where they are, it seems to shrug.
Yeah, that's the dance.
That's fair. I don't think there is much of our concern right now is trying to deal with the bandits in the tree stump and move on from there to the palace.
Cardinal directions don't mean fuck all in the plains.
Oh, and getting the hags. Is that the hags thing up there by the tree stump?
Oh, you're going to need to be more specific than that.
Let's see. Where's the drawing?
There is no drawing tool.
Yeah, there's the, what is it? The drawing tool. There's a drawing tool.
Oh,
It's like the one with the little pen.
Yeah. Do you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the tree says, you mean downfall. The Bullywug's home. It was a pleasant lake before the hags came.
Burgle, gurgle, burble, gurgle.
Well, Bavlorna made it her home as well. Now they serve her, whether they want to or not.
How can I work with them in such a way that I don't have to harm them or don't have to harm them as much? Do they have like a rule about like retreating or something that's going to make it that they have to back away under certain conditions? Because I don't want to kill them. I mean, probably not going to use too powerful magic because I want to make sure we just kind of knock them all out if we have to fight. But
the tree makes a noise a little bit like if you shook a tree at the same time that like the wind was bending it. So like a little bit of like swish and a little bit of creak that you realize after a moment is its equivalent of laughter. And it says, well, if you respect the rule of 3, you won't have to fight at all, though you may not accomplish your goal.
how will the rule of 3 help us in this case?
You're new to the realm, I can tell.
Yep.
So I will explain. The rule of 3 is this: hospitality, reciprocity, and
Nice. I love your confidence.
DEA.
The DEA.
Hold on. Yep. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I got it written down. I just didn't remember it.
This guy's sitting here ruffling through his pockets. No. I got this written down. I have. Hold on.
I carved it on the. That's right.
Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah,
it's here.
Exactly. Yep. Ownership is the third one.
Makes sense. I'd forget that one. I'm working on it.
Good. He's a tree. I mean,
Yeah, dude. Ruffles around in his
The
pockets.
last time we were told a rule of 3, it was future, present, and past.
I suppose that's interpretation, don't you think?
consequences, causes, actions.
What's the fall line look like?
The tree says.
That's apocryphal. Sorry.
Good rule, eerie number. 3 is a magic number.
I've heard that. The 3 is a magic number. And the tree falls silent.
Just as we have. Do you have anything else to talk to the tree about?
No, I think that's it for now.
One of you foodie types gonna hold on to those enwisening shrooms?
Yeah, Watson, you're the mushroomer. You should carry them.
Okay.
Shroomer.
Can I have one to microdose on little by little? I mean,
No.
These are not the trippy kind. This is the communication kind.
We'll try
right,
to.
it should mount us. It should bind us all up. So like, if I just nibble a little bit, I'll
Well,
be
you
ready
got to
for y'all.
share them for there to be any effect. So
Right. Well, you all should microdose too. I'm just saying that.
No,
Why don't we try it
we're gonna need those for when I'm going into wild shape, and I want to be able to talk to you guys.
Do they have a? Did they say they were temporary? I got the impression that they just permanently did what they did.
No, it's temporary.
they did say they were temporary.
Oh,
Is
that's
there
too
a
bad.
rule to comprehend languages? Like, can I comprehend the animal language?
No, because they don't actually have languages.
You speak with animals.
Through
Emotions.
intention and emotion and body language and hoots and howls and yeah.
Oh,
It's a gesturing type thing.
that sounds like a language. But yeah, it is a gesturing language.
It's
And usually-
behavioral rather than linguistic.
Okay.
Your mom's behavior.
I'm not arguing that it is or isn't a language, to be clear.
No, I know. This is not the time for philosophy.
Though
It is always the time for
language.
philosophy.
Yes. All right. Well, are we gonna enjoy our dinner tonight, and then see if we can leave tomorrow and/or after?
Yep. You guys
Sounds good to
actually
me.
already had dinner last session.
Oh
You're
yeah.
just kind of retconning moments that weren't shown on screen.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So now we have returned to
Our cute
current
little-
time here, and we're eating with our fun little friend.
Jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle,
Dude, she's got spurs.
short stack wonder.
They also jingle jangle, but they actually jingle jangle jingle.
As she goes on,
Hey,
merrily.
Merrily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind
On
of
her
funny.
way. Yeah.
3 ages ago, there was this very interesting sort of thing that the gnomes would do, where they would make an armor that's basically their leather toolkits, all strapped to their body like overalls and stuff like that, just with pockets and pockets and pockets on pockets. just with every tool of every shape and size that they would ever need. And just having all of those tools basically made it like a sort of mail, like an armor. Your whole thing with the pockets with the locks kind of reminds me of that, or the pockets with the keys, rather.
She sort of beams as you say it, and she's like, "Well, they've definitely protected me, though I've never thought of them as armor." She actually reaches up to her left shoulder with her right hand, and she pulls at what you guess is a cord, like looks like a thick piece of thread, you know. But apparently, it routes a complicated path through her vest, because as she pulls on it, all of the pockets kind of like flop open, almost as if you were like bringing a sail down off a mast, so that they can jangle free. And you see, the myriad copper, brass, silver, and gold keys that she has adorned herself with.
I see. That's pretty amazing.
She's like, made it myself.
You're really talented.
Yeah, thanks, she says. I try to be handy. Try to help people hereabouts.
When you're not getting jumped.
Well, yeah, she says. And if I'm being honest, the trees, they ain't got much they ain't got much you need for my services. But there are other folks in the swamp.
Well, it'd be nice if it wasn't a swamp anymore.
He nods at that. She says, "Oh yeah, it sure would be."
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can take care of that. We're gonna come here and drain the swamp.
Yeah, I
was waiting for that.
Waiting for that.
I was just gonna leave that alone.
Oh man.
Well,
Hold on, my headphones dying. I gotta plug it in.
And that hag, I'm gonna show that hag some great reciprocity or hospitality. Horse brutality.
Horse brutality?
Yeah. I'm gonna brutalize a horse right in front of her.
Well,
What was that?
giving me timbers. That's a bit
He said
harsh.
it's part of the rule of 3. I have to show the hag horse brutality.
No,
And then
brutality.
the horse brutality.
Jeez.
You said the word again.
I don't think that's how that works, but
So we need to find a horse, and then we need to continue beating it, even if it's dead.
wow. Are you sure there's any use to that?
Yeah, it's part of the rule of 3.
I disagree.
Me too.
It rhymes, so it has to be.
That's not how that works, sir. That's a different realm.
Especially in this world.
Hmm.
This is a fairy realm. If it rhymes, it has
is
power.
a fairy realm. Yeah.
Not all
don't know.
realms are the same? Question mark?
Yeah. I don't know if it's the kind of fey realm you would find a Tom Cruise-esque character in, though.
But it has been rather untame, right? Right, Watts?
We're in the wrong one for that one. I think that's Tether, not Heather.
All right. So we did a thing here.
Wither. So there.
Okay, so what's your plan, gentlefolk?
I guess
Okay.
we're sleeping the storm off.
How bad does it smell right now?
Pretty dank.
Okay, so it's only dank. I can live with dank. I was afraid that it was going to smell more like really bad sewage. Is the way
Yeah,
the
no,
water
actually,
sounds very thin.
yeah, since the water rose, though, it's actually slightly better.
Interesting.
That's
All of the rotting stuff is, sort of slush to the bottom.
I was going to say, it's just covered in water, so it can't outgas or you can smell it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to cuddle up with my toy spider and hope that in the morning it's drained. Otherwise, we're going to be here for another day at least.
Clearly, I'm just meditating.
Well, by
On
the
the
time
meaning
you
of
make
life?
it to the bottom of the hill, you do see that the water is draining. It's about maybe, from what you can tell, like 5 feet deep, plus however deep the mud is,
Oh, I got a good berry in my mess kit. I'm gonna tie it to my hemp rope and try to fish.
Okay.
I would have made good berries before we went to sleep last night because, well, good berries.
They last 24 hours, yeah.
Welcome to Goodberry, home of the Goodberry.
Now may I take your
with a good bear. Yep.
I think it every
excuse
time.
me. I do
Someone's
too.
time for sleepy sleep.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was up till 4 in the morning yesterday.
I was up till 3 in the morning yesterday.
That is
I heard, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, the water though, like I said, it looks like it's about 5 feet deep to the, to the what would be the silt layer, I guess, while it's submerged, but to the mud, The water itself isn't particularly clean. It's like a sort of ruddy brownish. Well, actually, let's call it a green. But yeah, it's pretty gross.
That's how
It
you
is,
know.
however, clearer than you would think it would be.
Oh God, I am the worst fisherman.
Yeah, so you throw your good berry in the water. There is an immediate tug on the line. You go to pull it back, and it comes back minus the good berry.
Well, I tried.
Something's down there.
Something's in there though, so perhaps we should wait until it fully drains before we go out.
Oh my God,
I
there's
was
gonna be
actually wondering about
flopping
this.
fish just flopping around there.
Well, I
Alien.
just did that test.
Is there a giant water skimmer that you could change into?
Nope.
This sounds like CDDA.
Not
Giant
yet.
water. That's not a CR1 creature.
I can't do watery creatures until level 4.
Shit, watery creature. Giant water skimmers don't swim.
Yeah, they walk in water.
Oh. What the hell's a water skimmer?
It's a kind of bug.
Bugs.
Oh.
They use surface tension to walk on the water.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
obviously,
Those,
it would not work at scale without magic, but
yeah.
So wait, a giant water skimmer wouldn't work.
that's that thing from Morrowind, is what that is.
You know what? It would work. Come on.
Well, it would work. It just wouldn't actually walk on the water. It would just stride through the mud, on big, long legs.
Silt Strider.
Yeah, exactly. Said the thing from Morrowind.
Which is interesting because it's also the thing from the Dark Crystal.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Those were also Silt Striders.
Those are the same puppet outfit as the Wheelers, and also the same puppet outfit as shit.
Big
It's the
Bird?
Wheelers, and it's one other. I can't remember though.
No, Snuffy, isn't it? Snuffy the
I
elephant.
think it's Snuffy. I think actually yes. I think it is the same as
It's not
Snuffy.
Big Bird. Big Bird is the
Nope.
same one as
Big Bird is Bear in the Big Blue House.
Yeah, and Pluto. Or Ludo, whatever his name is.
Oh, you know what? And Ludo. I believe you might be right about that, but guaranteed
Ludo
100%.
makes way more sense. Ludo like a rock.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's a troll.
No, but
old school Germanic troll. Germanic troll.
Yeah.
And I assume we all mean Ludo friend.
yes.
Rock's friends. Yeah. That's
All
yeah.
right.
I actually think he might be a little more complicated, but Big Bird and Bear in the Big Blue House are the same rig.
Yep.
I think those are also, if not the same, a very similar rig to the Skeksis.
That makes sense. Right. They probably use similar, at least pieces of that armature if they're not identical.
Yeah, but Big Bird and Big Bear in the Big Blue House are literally the exact same armature.
Yep.
Right. So you guys gonna like hang around for a day and let it finish draining, or are you gonna boat
not-
out
Yeah,
onto
you
the
know,
water? Or
that's
are you...
that's
No, my
actually
vote is wait.
that's the one other thing I guess I would ask is if Ptolemy would be willing to have their trees kind of weave their excess branches and leaves and saps and oils and things together into a sort of raft that we would potentially be able to use and float on through areas that are a little sketchy for walking because of the amount of water.
As you ask the question, one of the non-animate willows nearby basically disassembles itself,
What the fuck?
Wow.
leaving you with like loses all of its willowy vines. You know, they just like shed like it's going bald, loses all of its branches. Basically, just instantly goes dead.
We can build a canoe out of this.
Yeah, I mean, with the branches and the vines, you can make a raft too. But like, if you want to take the time, you could absolutely make a canoe.
Oh, let's make a canoe out of this. Then we can just boat on our own. Follow the river.
So, could I ask you a question?
Ask me a question.
What's the rule of three?
The rule of three is hospitality, reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Say it one more time.
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity and ownership.
Right.
So I, in a sense, feel like I should give something back for this.
We should give a gift. I'm not sure what would be a good gift to give, though. I don't have the best skill set for this.
Okay, what has been granted to us? What has been granted to us?
Safe haven.
Whole ass willow tree, basically.
Did you say a whole ass willow tree?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I parsed what you said.
I trade life for potential life.
Who are you? Who's the representative?
Dig a little hole. Telling
And telling me is the land. Telling me is the land.
All of it.
That is correct.
And I plant the large lattice work mushroom that I have.
If I see you doing this, I'll hop over and be like,
should I
and I'll be like,
a spot for you?
this is what I'm saying.
Good thing?
I water it with a squirt of evening berry wine from my wineskin and say to Telemi, in thanks.
So you repay a whole ass willow tree with a shot of wine.
Well,
Oh hell yeah, man! It's all
on.
Yeah, dude. Because it's not about 1-to-1 comparison. I'm not giving an eye for an eye. I'm giving a token in reference to a greater being. Like, come on, a god would understand this.
Likewise, if we're gonna no, don't talk about it that way. I was gonna say, in representational magic, wine is the blood of human and or animal.
Like I'm not a fucking magic user in real life. Like, come on.
Because of the work that went into the creation of said wine.
But would Telemi see that as an appropriate
I don't
prize.
know. That's why
I'm a paladin, so I'm pretty sure if I were doing it and I felt like a god or goddess would be sad, then I would feel that. But if this is just a being, I'm just treating it like a god, and we'll see what happens.
But I am planting large mushroom, introducing life and biodiversity to the hill.
I mean, a shot from your 40 ounce is a celebration of your flesh and blood brother.
This large lattice mushroom here.
It's about the feeling.
Could become bigger than the biomass of the tree itself.
I'm gonna go to the go and collect some of the pods from the tree, from the willow tree.
Okay.
Maybe 20 or so of them, and on each one individually cast Druidcraft, and then find somewhere suitable to plant it.
Oh, nice.
And so I'll replace the one that we were given for the potential for 20 more.
Yeah, I'll help gather some of the seeds just to make that faster, like the end process.
Probably digging the holes would help with that. Yeah.
No, I'll do that after planting the mushroom too, because I feel like, maybe we should all get a little bit.
I feel like the snuffing a candle or lighting it effect at the end of Druidcraft is like kind of out of the blue. They're like, you can do stuff with the weather. You can manifest a token. You can make a flower bloom. You can create falling leaves, a puff of wind. And you can also turn off and on candles.
Smokey the motherfucking bear. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for.
Yep.
I mean, yes, there's a lot. Yeah, that's very much the whole ritual magic thing, right? Where like people are like in the movies, you have to do all these things, and some of them are super, super important, and they're all tokens, right? Meanwhile, IRL, your basic witchy sort of person is like, oh no, dude, these are just symbols. You do the symbol, it works. Like, come on.
Right.
Also,
so Jory sacrificed blood.
People who use machinery that has
Jory
like
didn't do shit. What's up?
Gasoline and
libation.
Oh yeah, I did. I poured out a libation from my wineskin. Yes.
Exposed
poured one out for my homies.
Exposed pilot lights and stuff. Absolutely hate what druids were able to do, because when you got your machine running and there's a pilot light that a druid can see, they can just snuff it out. And it's just spewing gas.
No combustion for that.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's one of the other nice things about it, is like being able to snuff something that's like very critical to a very important system, because it doesn't say anything about being blocked by other stuff. So if there's like a candle inside some sort of like, I guess you just have to know it was there, right? Like, yeah,
it doesn't even like says seen.
Well, no, I was gonna say if it's like
it doesn't
protected by glass or something, so nobody can blow it out. It's like, yep, aha, sucker, I got that shit.
This is
reciprocity.
Yeah, because we don't need all of the parts of the willow tree that was, broken down. We only need the parts that are we need to make a canoe with.
Which is actually going to be a good chunk of the willow tree. I would ask telling me what I would be able to pay back, because I don't.
What do you mean? It's most of it? It's only the main part. It's not the pods or anything. Like, we're already doing what I was saying.
Well, it'll use the trunk of the tree.
Yeah.
Right, but that still leaves all the branches and vines and
we need the vines, and we also need the leaves in order to light the fire inside of the middle part of the trunk, so that we can actually hollow out the wood that is willow wood, because willow wood is actually, despite being a soft wood tree, a hard wood in density, because soft wood does not mean what you might think.
Yeah, right. I get you. Yeah.
And then the vines will be useful in order to create extra buoyancy for us because, I mean, we're not master canoe makers.
No, you're not. That's true.
Yeah. So,
I'm a
I mean,
cook,
like
not a
the
woodworker.
pods. Yeah, the pods are really the thing. No. As a cook, though, you can keep the fire from being so hot it burns all the way through the goddamn trunk.
Ooh, I
But
could
also
I could
hot enough.
smoke some ribs.
Yeah, do you have meat on you? Oh yeah, don't you?
Meat
So,
for days.
A bunch of meat from like the snakes.
We're holding off on eating those till we leave this place, just in case of rule shenanigans.
Yeah. So, Balian, it takes you a fairly long time to plant all of the pods. A few hours work. With assistance, though, it doesn't take all day or anything. So, at least you got that going for you. As you go about the work, you notice a few of the ambulatory trees, sort of watching what you do from a distance. You also notice that, like, more than one of the inanimate trees seems to, like, I don't know that smile is the right word, but seems to beam a little as they regard your work. You get the impression that they're very happy with the act.
Well, good.
I hope
I'm
they like
glad
my
they
mushroom
appreciate it.
too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the atmosphere is the vibe is good. I think is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm glad we
And
were
that
able to
is
help liven
absolutely
things
true
up.
for everyone. Yeah. It's clear to you that Telemy understands that you appreciated what it did for you.
I got it lit on fucking elderberry wine, of course.
You're right. Yeah. Well, the whole fucking hill starts wobbling.
You know-
Turns out Telemy's a lightweight.
Honestly, the entire
When's
time,
the last time someone poured one out for their homies, right? Right? Telling me, am I right?
I've been kind of thinking about like the Mario 3 world screens where you'd have like the little plants dancing the entire time. You know, doing the little bobbing back and forth. That's kind of what I've been thinking about this place the entire time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the dancing, smiling hillsides from Mario games.
Yep. Especially with the key at the top. That also is very Mario Brothers-y.
Right.
Totally. There's a secret up there that you need to unlock. Yeah, right.
Well, I guess this hour's work would also help us wait out like some of the bad flooding that's going on too.
Yeah, and the swamp is draining, albeit slowly, but not so slowly that you think it's going to take another day. Like, it'll probably be back to its muddy ass self before morning.
Fine. Having the canoe is better than not having the canoe. I have a feeling that's not going to be the last time it rains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every indication that you got from Jingle Jangle is that this shit happens.
So, are we gonna have to roll for making that canoe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's probably going to be. Well, I'll accept arguments for other roles, I guess, but I was thinking probably survival.
I got a survival +3. I was gonna ask for maybe some advantage from getting Watson to watch that fire carefully.
Honestly,
Well, it's certainly going to be a group effort. So.
Yeah, my survival is +6.
Oh, definitely. How about you do that? My barbarian advantage to survival is no match to
All
your
right. Well,
druidic advantage.
You're proficient in it, yeah?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely proficient.
Okay. Watts, you have guidance, right?
You're not proficient. Do you just have a +6 because of your wisdom score?
No, I am proficient too.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't have guidance. I'm not that high level of a cleric.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
It is not one that I've been given.
Ah, you did have it at some point, but you probably swapped it out. That's fine.
No, I actually went to my just standard mode.
Like,
It's not even.
You don't
listed.
have it in your spell list, yeah.
Well, yeah, as a cantrip, you would have removed it if you're not actually using it.
Oh my god, we're gonna get a vehicle in the vehicle tab if we do this, right?
All
No,
right.
I'm going to my preparation, and I do not see a cantrip. Oh, you're saying that I might have level up taken it off to put it. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm with you now. I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I'm sorry. I
All
failed you.
good. No, that's fine.
I failed the
Take
Dang.
17.
+6 really helps.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, you'll manage. I mean, it's not going to be a competition level piece of work by the time you're done, but it'll do the job. There's even
Fantastic.
enough wood with that kind of roll to get ores for everybody, you know.
Nice. Well, that sounds good. Then we
Okay.
have ourselves a little thing. Now,
Can I have
how
an
heavy
ore
is it?
It's pretty heavy. Hmm. Let's actually hold on. Let's do some real life
I'm gonna get a willow ore item and
research.
add it to my bag. Just because the ability to use that as a weapon later on in the future is just too tantalizing.
What was that?
I'm adding
Yeah,
a
okay.
willow ore item to my
Gotcha.
character.
Yeah, basically counts as a club. Yeah, for sure.
Counts as a club. At least a great club.
I don't know about that.
It's a two-handed willow ore.
Yeah.
It's a whole
I
ass
mean,
branch.
I wouldn't say that would be classified as a great club, though.
Right.
I could argue
It's
maybe
fucking heavy and it has leverage. It's a mass weapon, whereas a normal ore isn't.
I mean, it's a canoe oar, though. Like, it's not, it's not a Viking oar.
I guess, but it is made of solid willow.
Sure, but like, not even like cured, you know?
That just takes a fire.
Yeah, and time. Yeah, for sure.
Good point. How heavy is it?
All right, hold on. Let me go look up a Great Club stats here. Let's see what it says.
Not like I need more weapons. I'm a barbarian, so
Oh no. I want to know. I want to know because the rules lawyer in me likes to know. You know?
yeah. But my character has been feeling an urge to collect weapons for some reason.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, that would count as a great club, actually.
Oh, Billy.
How many feet long is our dugout canoe here?
Probably about maybe 9 or 10 feet.
It's a war canoe.
It's a little narrow, but there's enough room for all of you.
Okay, so I would imagine it's probably closer to like 200 pounds.
It's probably, yeah. If you were to take the time to like heat it up to steam it out, you might actually reduce that weight by like 10 pounds. Because it is still pretty young wood. But I mean, let's call it like 150 for that matter. Like you could float it on a floating disc.
Yeah.
let's go away.
But I mean, two of you could also just carry it.
I mean, couldn't it fit in someone's box potentially?
Sure. I mean, whatever weight limits the box might have aside, yeah. That's what those are for.
Willow tree, which led up. Yeah.
How much does it weigh? 10 pounds?
The ore?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, probably a little bit less. Probably more like 8.
What would you say for the canoe? 150?
Yeah.
I have to say that the customization of items is already better in this versus Roll20.
Oh yeah.
I essentially just dragged a great club into my inventory. Then I changed the name to Willow Ore and was also able to change the weight of it. So now I have the action weapon of a great club, but it's a Willow Ore.
Nice. I think if you drag the dragon head into chat, then anybody else could open it and drag the dragon head into their own inventory and get their own copy as well.
Like that?
Right, exactly.
There is the Willow Ore. It is a two-handed weapon. Yeah, no, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the having 3 different minds inside of me, and I don't know which one it is. But
Can't actually
I have a desire to collect weapons.
open it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe
I
it's
wonder
private.
It's.
I will
Yeah, I wonder
master
if that's
all of
the
them.
issue.
I will bash head in.
If I drag it in, can you see it?
Yes.
Interesting. It must be about sharing then, yeah. Like I must automatically share it when I drag, you know. Oh, wait a minute. You just gave that copy to Phalian? Is it passing around just that one copy? Is that what's going on?
I still have my Willow.
I was able to copy his into my inventory.
All right, and you both still have it?
Yeah, I have mine.
Okay. The chat just showed me that Yolo gave you the Willow Ore.
I do not have my Willow Ore anymore.
Oh,
Huh.
I guess I took it.
Huh. That's very interesting.
That's
Hold
funny.
on, let me do a thing. Oh man, and the ones in chat are empty now because they don't exist anymore. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that means I have to put mine in chat again.
I'm gonna put it in the book though. Is what I'm. And then I think I can just now add it as copies to everybody.
The tangents of making a Willow Ore weapon. Because the barbarian insisted.
All right, you got yours, Yolo? You do not, right? All right,
there
there
it
you
is.
go. Everybody gets an ore.
Attach it to my leather harness.
Wars for everyone.
Basically
Wars for-
using
Never mind.
the barbarian leather harness as like a tactical vest to be able to like put
Yeah,
rates
I
and
gotcha. And then Jory, you need to. All right, everybody has an oar.
also keeps the smoking jacket on.
Oh boyos. All right. What's your plan?
Sail down the lake, right? Or down to the fucking, what is that?
Gotcha.
The stump.
Gotcha.
The motherfucking stump. We're gonna
Uh,
become
that is
just.
the wrong button. It is not actually your turn. Don't worry.
Oh, damn it!
I
We're
was going
going
to long rest you, and I pressed the wrong button.
We are going to enact justice. Nice, or not nice? Is that nice?
I don't think it recharges on a 1. But do you actually need it to recharge?
I used 2 of the 3.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay. Oh, wait, so maybe that's the number of charges it regains. Did you get charges back?
Actions. Yes, I did. I got 1 charge back.
There you go. Okay, so that's the number of charges.
Oh, yeah, it's 1d4 minus 1. Okay.
Right, which means 0 to 3.
I get it now. Nate, did we store any spells on my Ring of Spell Storing? Yes, we did. Never mind. They're right there. Nope.
I was going to say, yeah, you guys did. I remember that.
I have Healing Word, Cure Wounds, and Lesser Restoration as a barbarian.
That's nice.
Yes, it's a bit ridiculous. All right, we're all good. And I
We're all
got
good.
my rage back. I have 2 of them, but
Oh, yeah, did you press the long rest button?
he did.
Okay.
I did.
Well, let us go a sailing then, and
All right.
wave bye to Telemy for now. We will come back after we have enacted justice, if we can.
Right. Yeah, Telemy Hill is kind of like Telemy Island right now. Still, like I said, the water looks like it's only about 5 feet deep, so it's like Tom Sawyer's Island at Disneyland, you know?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't swim across that. People die doing that.
Yeah. You know, my
I've
mom
never
and my
been there.
sister fell out of the canoes
Yep,
once.
fella, I've heard that story. Yeah, the canoes are cable guided. They all had
Yeah,
cords
but they were
connecting them.
legit canoes, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So they could capsize if people
Yep.
got all fucked up, which
That's
happened
big.
on their boat. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, surprise! No more canoes in Disney.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck, man, you can't even go to Tom Sawyer's Island anymore.
Yeah. Though people still try, as you were pointing out.
Well, yeah, and people died doing it recently. Well, somewhat recently.
Yeah, I was about to point that out. I was like, I actually read recently that somebody died trying to do that.
There were 3 people doing the swim, and 2 of them died, I think.
Why is it so hard to
Sounds
swim
about
there?
right.
Tracks.
Oh, yes.
The big boats are actually on tracks. So
Right,
what
right.
is it? The Spirit of America. There's the big steamboat,
Yep.
and then there's the like sailing
The
ship.
Columbia.
Yeah, is it the Columbia?
Columbia.
Oh, I think that's the steamboat. Is the Columbia?
So wait, the tracks make it hard
Correct.
to swim there?
Well, you get caught up.
Yeah. Well, the water is dyed opaque, so you don't know they're there.
Yeah, you can't see any of it. There's also leeches in it.
Yeah, and it's also dyed opaque with a poisonous dye. So
I'm not. Yeah, exactly. But the real worry is that people have literally died because of the tracks that you just don't know are there. So you get caught up in bound in the tracks and are fucked.
Yeah.
But Also, duck leeches, because all of the waterfowl that swim around in there have little tiny leeches on their shit. So
Yeah. But yeah, like when my sister and my mom got caught in it, they had to like get taken out, and taken over to fucking first aid and checked out and all shit. Like,
yeah,
it was fucked up.
that's like 80s ish. I think they stopped doing all the para, like all the little watercraft. I believe.
Yeah, all the
in
like
80s and
frontier
early 90s,
adventure
yeah.
shit.
I'm
started
gonna
to get
refresh
phased
my
out then.
beverage real quick. I'll be back in a moment.
Yep,
Yeah,
perfect timing, because you're going to need that in a second.
Fine. I will do that too. We'll take a.
Yeah, I already poured my drink. It's ready. It's just sitting here mocking me, saying, "You can't drink me for 8 more minutes." And I'm like, that's good.
Yep.
Needs a drink.
Anticipation.
If you can't tell
You
me
know
what
how
that's
fucking-
from, I'm going to mock you.
Oh, dude, Watts.
Oh, please. Yeah,
You have no idea, my friend.
that's Dr. Frankenfooter. Yeah.
Not only so when we
That's
were.
why I was going to mock you if you could.
First of all, what the fuck is Florida going to do with that? But also, let's step aside from that. Like, there was a thing that was like, I don't even remember what the urgency was, but this is pre World Wide Web, pre mass internet, and there was some rumor going around that like this was it. This was the last time to be able to experience the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And Snipey and I were 14, I believe, 14 years old or so, 15, maybe 15.
Yeah, maybe 15, but yeah, that's about the right time. Yeah.
And I talked to my mom and was like, "Mom, what the fuck? I'm never going to see this thing, which is this cult thing that I think is so awesome." Right. But at the time, I didn't even know the songs. Like they hadn't done the big release with all the album shit, the CDs and the cassette tapes and all. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't do that big re-release until right after that. Right.
Okay.
So we went to the Balboa Theater where they were doing the actual Rocky Horror Picture Show at midnight on Friday night or whatever. And my mom and stepfather just took us kids down there. We were all like I said, maybe 15, maybe, but probably 14. And there was 4 or 5 of us, me, you, should I not name names because we're live, but that guy and that other guy, and right, and that was just that one time, right? But after that, we went a few more times, and I went many times after that, because it turns out no, it wasn't the end of anything. It wasn't, but yeah, we went. Whole thing happened. I think we were 14 or maybe 15, definitely on that cusp, when we went to see Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Balboa Theater, live and uncensored, with the whole deal, the whole actual, you'd expect to see it. That had to be 1990, well, what, 1, 2? Utter silence. No one's going to incriminate themselves now.
Oh, I was muted. My bad. No, I was saying 90, 91 right there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You were there.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Your mother being absolutely liberal enough to be like, "Oh, the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Yeah, you can go."
Yeah, exactly.
I remember.
Yep.
Your mom was never the issue.
Yeah. And my mom was cool like that. Relates to her own childhood.
But I remember the line was super hella long, and we were standing in this line up on Balboa, right?
Oh.
What? You broke something?
Oh. That line in Balboa.
Oh, yeah. Remember? Oh, right. Yeah. Someone tore a sign apart.
Yeah, chicken and
Chicken and for them, but also haha. Oh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Chicken and
We all back?
Yep. Oh, I don't think Neuro's back yet, actually.
So anyway, yeah, Watts, we all know the Rocky Horror Picture Show relatively intimately. one of the major Southern California earthquakes, like the one that collapsed overpass, and there was a dead cop on a motorcycle that was on the front page of the news, and all blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that was the Northridge quake.
Was that Northridge? Yeah. That one happened as I was coming home from a night at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. In Scott Ellis's truck, the lowrider. Remember, he had a lowrider little truck.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we all went to the Denny's after the show, and then we left. It was up in LA at the Art Theater, and so we were just coming home, and I was living in Anaheim Hills at the time, and we were coming over a hillside, and we saw a bunch of fucking Transformers exploding, and I was like, "Whoa, that's a trip!" And then we came to a stop at the stop sign, and noticed that all of the lights around us were shaking. And the car alarms are going off. And I was like, oh, fuck, I think that's an earthquake. You're right. And so he pulled into the parking lot, and we got out of the car, and it was still happening. Because if you remember, that was a long, like 40 seconds or something. Like it was a long one.
Yeah.
And I got out and laid down in the parking lot just to feel the earth, you know? And it was so early in the morning. But I remember laying on the ground just being like, holy fuck, wow. I'm going to go home and turn on the news because something happened. This is a big one. And when I got home and turned the news on, like, yes, LA, like Northridge, right? Shit was on fire. Shit was broken. Big deal. But down in Anaheim Hills, it was just, oh, wow.
Yep. Well, yeah, I mean, the power went out and all those Transformers and stuff exploded. I remember...
My power did not go out. My power did not go out.
Oh, yeah? Ours did. Yeah, I was outside smoking a cigarette, and like the whole horizon turned bright green in these pulses for a little while, and then all the fucking lights went out and stayed out for a good like 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, I saw that. I saw it all along the hillside because I was coming down the hill into Anaheim Hills, down the hill from south, right?
Yeah.
Coming in off the 55 off of, I don't even remember the name of that street, Crestline or some shit like that. And where you drop down into where my old house was, if you remember, right up against the 91. And so the whole horizon, which is your hills, essentially, was just like popcorn with blue and green explosions. And I was just like, oh, that's something, right? And we came to a stop and all the lights around us were moving. And I was like, oh... So, clue number 2, right? And the window was down and I could hear all the car alarms. And I was like, that's an earthquake, dude. And Scott was like, whoa. And we pulled over into the parking lot. And so we got out of the car and it was still going on. And I just remember being like, oh, shit. This is a big deal. When I get home, this is going to be a problem. And my power wasn't out. So I just turned on the news and sure enough.
All right. So you folks are getting underway?
Yep. Cheers.
Oh, wait a minute.
And good health.
I was going to say, before we get underway.
Oh, shit. It's time. Hey, everyone. I'm not streaming, but I am broadcasting through my friends.
Yeah,
via
Verde right now.
And via Legendary Neurotoxin. I am Omboa, and you hear me. And let me just say, y'alls that have gone to our Patreon and helped us out, and by us, I mean me and Snipe Hunter, and even Verde by proxy. Y'all are dope. We love you. Thank you so much. There's more good shit on the way. Recently, I delivered some stuff, so I feel good about saying this because, for like, I don't even know 4 years, I said, yeah, good stuff, and then nothing ever happened. But hey, now it's happening, or it happened. It might happen again. Faith, glory, I love you. Thanks. It's all good. This shot right here is for you. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers, guys. Keep
Cheers,
up the good work.
everybody.
Cheers.
I would love to see pictures of where people slap those stickers. Also, mixing your vodka with fucking calamansi juice. Oh, so good. Probably something people in North America don't really experience a lot, but this is probably something you get in Thailand or calamansi limes are my new favorite citrus.
They're pretty good. Let us go, like Tom Sawyer and his merry fellow. Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had a calamansi lime. Okay. So what is your plan for moving through the swamp? You guys are, I assume, heading for the stump there on the, let's call it the north end of the map?
Yeah. We're gonna follow the wet bit.
I'm pretty sure we would head towards the river just for simplicity and ease,
Yep.
Makes sense.
and then go up the
All
river.
right.
We have
All right.
oars and a barbarian. Except I'm a dex tank. I'm not a strength barbarian.
Gesundheit. Okay. In that case, tell me how you are, like what pace you want to move at. Like, are you touring the swamp? Are you like rowboat competitioning the swamp? Like,
Our rations are
or
going to
which-
be our rations are going to be minimal, and our pace is going to be grueling. I'm joking.
right.
I just
Got the drum out, like
boom, 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 boom.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah,
We're going to the rave. Nice.
right. Only it's Neil Peart
Oh,
behind the drum.
what
I was
was
gonna say,
the
if anyone's driving the drum, it's gonna be me. So no.
what's the three house thing? What was that?
That's where the hags live.
No, that's
Hags.
just a village.
Oh, that one up there towards
Oh.
You mean the one that is between you and the
Yes.
stump? Yeah, that's
Oh,
just a
between us and the stuff. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
we should
I
head
thought you
there.
meant the one where the lake was.
We should start by heading
guess-
there.
I guess we'll stop off there. We can do that.
Up by
canoe is
the well
really fucking
thingy
heavy.
on the way to the house, the huts.
The geyser. That's not following the river. We're gonna have to
No, that's fair.
beach ourselves twice.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm willing to do it. I'm just telling you guys, we're gonna have to beach ourselves twice. We might lose it.
Portage.
Lose what?
The boat.
The canoe.
unless we're
But
willing to.
we can
bring it.
stash
Well,
it
you
in one
could-
of our things.
I was just saying, you could stash it in a box, or you could floating disc it. Like you won't need to leave it behind.
It doesn't weigh like 500 pounds.
No, it's
It weighs
100.
150.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was like a full width 10-footer, then maybe 500 pounds, but ours is kind of narrow.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. All right. Well, then, sure. Let's stop by the geyser. Stop by the village. Make as many stops as we need.
Okay. So with the water the way things are right now,
We are
let me
touring.
see. Hold on. First of all, let me do a thing and make the. Where are the settings? Where are the settings?
Yeah, to answer your question, I guess we're touring.
Let me make the grid more full. I don't know if that's actually more visible. There you
Oh, we say your life is a life for we.
Taylor's life is a life of weed.
For we, us, the group.
Oh, like the Nintendo console. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean for we, like WE.
Oh,
That's
small
easy.
people.
And no, that's WEE.
Oh, so we're having fun now.
No, that's
right. Wee. Yeah.
That's WHEE. Qui.
Okay.
I mean, like we, the people.
Right. I understand. Collectively.
So tinkle time. Check.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Taylor's
Exactly.
life is a life for we.
Right.
Take our canoe and go upstream.
Yep. You can probably make the village in a day. Let's see. 1, 2, 3,
Never,
4,
ever shit about the weather.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Shit
9.
about
Yeah. That's maybe stretching it, but narratively, you could probably make that in a day.
Okay.
With our paces grueling.
Is that with us stopping at the well, or is that skipping the well and going straight for the
Yeah,
village?
I was counting. I was counting stopping at the well. Straight to the village, you can absolutely make in a day. But I'm like, yeah, it's only really going to add one more hex, so it's not that bad, you know.
I'll just be late.
Right. All right. Feel free to move into your next.
Or actually, maybe we
Let's
should
do
go
this
this way.
one hex at a time.
Yeah, no, we should go this way like that because that's the closest. Then we'll take the river
All
up
right.
because I'm assuming the river will get us there faster.
Well, the river actually runs north to south.
Yeah.
Or we'd be
So-
paddling against the river.
Yeah.
Right.
No. That sounds dumb.
So with that in mind, would you rather go a different direction?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let me go to the settings and turn off the token lock for this. Hold on a second.
I mean, it sounds dumb. We got 4 good rowers here. We can make it.
I can't even see over the edge of it. What are you talking about?
I'm saying we can row. I can row. 2 of you Lee folk make 1 man. We got 3 good rowers here.
Let's see. In-house rules? Where is it? Oh. Yeah, there's an option somewhere, isn't it? I mean, I turned it on, right?
Turn it on. You touched it in all of the right places.
Yeah. Just don't remember how.
Like an encounter roll?
No. What I'm trying to do is turn off the thing that requires you to get my permission to move the token.
Ah. But I
'Cause
like
what I
permission.
want you to do is move it slot by slot. All right, fine. We'll leave it on, but just move it 1 hex at a time. All right. And I'll take rules from a friend of mine. For each hex, a different party member will decide which way we go.
Chaos! I love it.
God, who would come up with a rule like that?
I went the first way.
What is this, Carcassonne?
Oh. All right.
Someone
Now,
move the token.
Whoever moved the token, please roll 1d12.
Oh, shit. All right. I will roll you 1d12. Wah! Fear my 5. It is middling.
Okay. Yep. Your traversal through that hex is relatively without issue. You do notice as you are rowing through the water that in the mud beneath you in the water is some very large slithering creature heading south. It passes under you without issue, however.
Both you say.
Delicious.
And you never actually see it. You just see the cloud of mud it kicks up as it moves through it, you know?
Yep.
Neat.
Okay. Whoever here, I'm going to cancel this just to make sure I know who's going. Whoever is next, select the hex that you would like to move to.
I did that
Someone
just to
who
get
is
out of
not
the way.
YOLO move.
I wanted to. Oh, you can go there.
See, like that.
Yeah.
Right there.
Want to do 12?
Indeed.
How about
Slightly above average,
Okay.
but still middling.
Yeah, you disturb a thicket, you know, like what would be the equivalent of mangrove if this was permanently this flooded, but is really just the top of a shrub that happens to be partially submerged. at first you think they're fireflies, but a cloud of glowing green bugs erupts from the thicket as you guys row by it, and you realize as they fly past you, kind of bumping into you, not intentionally, but because they're just flying around in a panic, that they're actually like locusts, but with glowing thoraxes as if they were fireflies.
I try to grab 2 or 3 and stash them in the box.
There's certainly enough of them where that's possible.
Okay.
Like you're going to get a few ride-alongs in your canoe, whether they want to or not. You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll just go, look, guys, wow, fireflies, neat.
Yep. All right.
I
Next
wish I
X.
had a jar. I do not.
And you could have a jar of flies.
Flies.
Yep, exactly.
It's all right.
All right. Whoever went last, nominate whoever goes next.
Neuro.
All right. We're going to cross and kind of go along the other side of the well, I don't know what the state of the water is going to be here, but we're going to go this way.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, it's less a distinct river and more like a current. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Still deep enough that you can't discern it.
All right, 1d12, sir.
That's a D10.
Hey. Oh, that was a D10.
Yeah, that is it. Yep. All right.
Another 5, huh?
5. Yep. Yeah, nothing happens.
A meddling journey.
I think Watts is the only one who hasn't moved the token yet. So
That is
it will
correct.
be Watts' turn.
And I'm gonna go skadoosh.
Next to the lake.
All right, 1d12.
Bam! Nice.
9. Okay.
That thing bounced all over the place. I'm sorry.
It totally did, though. Yeah. Okay. So, the I guess ground, the mud beneath you in the water, sort of rises. Like the depth changes to the point where the water is almost up to the bottom. Like the mud is almost up to the bottom of the canoe. There's probably only like a foot of water between the bottom of the canoe and the mud here. You sort of like pick your way as you navigate here, and you come around another big thicket. And as you do, some of the all pervasive fog that's always around this swamp, sort of hanging low like a freaking id Software game, is a giant like egret, big ass crane kind of looking bird, just standing in the water. It's up to its knees, and picking through the mud with its beak. It side eyes you all for a moment, and then with just a burst of noise and frenetic activity takes off into the sky. It's got like a 9 feet wingspan. Like, it's a big fucking bird. So it's very loud.
Shall we hunt it? Or damaging our eardrums?
Nah, let's keep going.
Could I have you guys make a perception check?
Shall.
Blind.
Everybody?
I'm distracted by the
Indeed.
bird. I have my javelin out.
Catch me
trying to aim
outside.
at it.
Wow,
Okay.
Jory.
I'm a very sharp rabbit.
Yeah, it's those ears, I think.
Well, that, and I tend to, stay quiet and just, chill on the outside. Then,
Right. Contemplate things.
Exactly.
Gonna
Very,
throw
very
one
Monkley.
at it.
Yeah, in the stillness that follows the explosive activity of that crane taking flight, you swear for a second that in the distance, you hear voices, coming from one direction, or several voices. In fact, you think maybe singing like a marching song or something.
God damn it. I say that out loud, of course. God damn it.
Yeah. As you do, the sound becomes louder, and everybody becomes aware of it. There is
You
definitely
guys.
a group of folks singing and coming your way from the northeast.
Hmm.
Do you recognize the song?
Yeah, I mean, if you stay quiet and listen, you can make out the words. They say like, "With sticks and stones, we'll break your nose, we'll beat you blind and steal your clothes, but none among us can compare to one wily, swift, and stand-up hare. Scarf that's glorious, thief notorious, his deeds are totally meritorious."
Oh shit. It's coming down to a fucking rap battle against another rabbit. Shit.
This is the bandit dude that beat up Jingle Jangle and his crew.
That's right, my friends.
Is
You
it-
guys are my dozen eye army, right?
Yep, we're gonna make sense of those.
You about ready to
Yeah,
whoop some ass here?
I'm like, wait,
Yep,
how many of you are there actually? Let me check my math real quick.
Yeah, it does actually, in fact, seem like there's a second verse as you prepare yourselves.
Oh no.
Yep, with a wink and a grin, he'll show his cunning. A flash of his scarf, he'll take off running. Quick as a bolt, his long scarf trailing. Gasping, grasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer. Thanks to Agdon Longscarf, brigand prince of Prismere. Of course, that ends with a huh.
All
Multiple
right.
voices. Yeah, and coming through the fog, you see several silhouettes. You can tell that they are, in fact, hares from their rabbity ears. Behind them is a hulking silhouette, like monster big,
Oh no.
but like kind of round and indistinct. So it's really hard to see what you're looking at.
He's got no balls. He's just a poet, but he's afraid to come and show it.
Would you like to do anything before they come close enough to actually see in the fog?
I don't. Let me think, but I don't think so.
Try to find somewhere with some pretty good solid ground that we can utilize.
Wow.
Why do I have an armor penalty?
Wow. What are you wearing? What are you wearing, Juan?
Let me go
Hey,
look,
what?
because I didn't know I was wearing anything that heavy.
Hey, Watts, what you wearing? Nothing. You're wearing something light, maybe something lacy.
Would that be a survival roll?
Grr, baby, grr.
Yeah, to try to find a decent spot of land. Yeah. Yeah, I would take maybe a nature check if you preferred, but either one. I mean,
Okay,
that'll
I
do
guess
it.
it's going to be the shield. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
like that
then,
it tells you why, though.
well,
Okay. Hold on just a second here. I have all this stuff open, and it's covering up my other map.
You need a bigger
I-
screen, sir.
Well, I found a way to stretch it across two monitors, so at least I've got that going on. Oh, no, wait. Is it not here? Where is it? Oh, it's not here. All that digging, and it wasn't even here to begin with.
That's what
Really?
he said.
Poor guy.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some ice cream.
Sure. These are items. I want images. I kind of want ice cream now too while I'm at it.
Mm-hmm.
Testing out also sounds good. So
All right, where's the best place on this map to do this? Maybe right over here. All right, awesome. Yeah, this will work. All right, where is the party? Add these guys to the tracker. Not that you're necessarily going to fight, to be fair, but I like to be prepared.
I know exactly what I'm going to do. I grab my dancing wand.
Is that what you call it?
Yep. Wow.
And my wooden wand.
Whoa.
I have 2 wands.
To the combat tracker. All right, so you're like dual wanding it.
Yep.
Wait, what? Did we have to roll initiative or anything?
As they approach and come closer
I
to
can-
us.
I can hit a button that will make you all roll initiative when the time comes. I'm setting up the encounter first, though, so do give me a moment.
As they
It
come
just-
closer to us.
I left to get ice cream, and when I came back, it sounded like combat was imminent.
Oh, no. This is just funny for dramatic effect. I'm going to cast dancing lights and prestidigitation to create the sound of a roaring electrical guitar on like a descending note. And I'm going to be like, who approaches the DOP crew?
I'm gonna have it. I might have to roll to like not laugh out loud.
Why? Oh, that's
Okay, looks like I managed not to laugh out loud.
That's funny.
You strike a cool pose.
Obviously.
All right, and then I need these guys who are hurting this thing.
And these guys have never heard what a guitar sounds like, so it must be impressive.
No, dude. I grew up with Back to the Future, man.
No, not you. I meant these guys.
No, I know, but like in real life, I, the spirit of Jory Didlington, grew up with actual like that's a scene from
Well, I don't
Back
mean
to
like
the Future.
us. I mean like the guys who are approaching us, walking towards us.
Yeah, the reason I had to roll not to
that's what he's
laugh.
saying, yeah.
Yeah, the reason I had to roll not to laugh is because I saw what you did there.
Exactly. All right, this is a big ass file, so it will take a second.
Except that's too much. It was just like one descending note, like. During.
He used Van Halen.
That's fine. All right, and then I need to drag you so that you get the sweet XPs. Assuming you resolve the situation. Otherwise, it'll be a total party wipe, and that'll be fun too.
Total party wipe. TPK.
Okie dokie. So here we are in the swamp.
Swamping.
They have a slug.
They do. It's more of a snail. It's got a shell.
Don't underestimate the snail.
Oh, nice. I like how they're all characterized by like pieces of clothing, unless they have a name.
Right.
Except
right,
for
right, right, right.
except for number 8. For some reason number 8 is just known as 8.
Yeah, I
Because-
wonder why. That's weird. Yeah. Yep. Because fuck that guy.
Oh, sorry, it's because he's Irish.
Ah, my name is Ah.
Okay. Yeah. So, wait a minute. I can't believe I
Let's
just
be
did
honest,
that.
that's because he's Catholic.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it is butter.
What?
All right.
I'm afraid pretty soon I won't be able to eat as much.
Hither. Hither. That's the one I want. I want hither. There we go. Okay. All right. So yeah, stepping out of the fog are a group of 6 hares. 4 of them are walking in front of the group with weapons drawn. The other 2 are herding / cajoling the giant snail forward, who seems none too happy with its job as a pack animal for this group.
Yeah. Seeing my athletic form is quite off, I ditch that effort and I take out my 2 wands, as I said, and I cast dancing lights in between us, sort of like just in the middle area between our 2 parties as they step out of the fog. And then I use the prestidigitation charge on the other one to make the descending sound of 2 electric guitar notes. And then I'm like, who approaches the dope crew?
All right.
And I put
The
wands away.
lead. Right. Yep. The hares all look at each other. The lead kind of grins as she steps forward, and she says, "This is a robbery. If you resist, we'll beat you black and blue."
Wait. Is that a girl rabbit?
Yeah.
Whoa. No, that's what I said out loud. Wait. Is that a girl rabbit?
I
Let me be clear. I said this as I step forward. Wait. Is that a girl rabbit?
direct the dancing lights into her face. And I guess that's combat.
Okay. Hold on. Let me consult fate.
I can't seem to like drop the dancing light somewhere. There it is.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you remember the rule of 3 that Telemi told you about?
Yeah, well, they said that this was a robbery, and so I'm reciprocating the robbery with.
Hospitality, reciprocity, and ownership.
Yeah, I own my things.
Is the hospitable thing to do when threatened with violence to immediately attack?
Well, that's why I'm not attacking. I'm distracting with lights, and then that's up to these guys if they want to attack or not. But they threatened me. And
No.
it is-
Hold on.
No, wait, no. Give me a second, because I actually have been trained in de-escalation. It is a de-escalation tactic to distract rather than attack or, be immediately hostile.
Verde, stop blinding the babe. There's a babe. Come on. There's a way we can work this out.
Wow, problematic rabbit.
Rabbit.
Trope. I'm sure. I'm gonna go put that
yes.
up on
So
TV.
this is the equivalent. Like what I'm saying is this is the equivalent of me
Problematic
taking out my
rabbit.
mag light and putting it on strobe after somebody in a running distance said that they're going to rob me.
Right. And in
Right.
the
I'm gonna
1980s,
kick your ass.
Yeah. I haven't done anything outwardly violent besides distract them with lights.
but in pure 1980s movie fashion, I want to push your flashlight down with one hand and go, come on. I'm sure we can work this out.
Okay, I'm gonna play along with this and maybe make the flashing lights go down if he moves my arms down because I'm guiding it.
Look, dude, I know
All right.
that we're dead and in another dimension of fantasy land. Don't think for a second I care about the implications of being canceled.
Of being canceled.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I don't think that means the same thing here that it does there.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. So instead of it be like, whoa, 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 girl rabbit, hold on. Let's try this. I have a Christmas story.
Right.
Actually, I think
There's
we
a
might
moral. Anyway,
You
I
know
think we
what?
might know your boss.
I think I would
I
put
have a Christmas
the
store. I know how games work.
probably the scent of a skunk between us and them would be a fun one to have wafting their direction.
Actually, no, my charisma's okay.
Tricks.
Let's test my charisma.
Tricks, hospitality.
I'm absolutely going rock star on this.
Oh, you're right. Hospitality. Maybe not a skunk. Maybe like
Exactly, hospitality. No, I'm sure we can work this
Maybe
out.
not. Then, right?
Yeah, it'd be like skunk, like cannabis. Yes, that's the smell I would have blow at them.
Lady,
Right.
noble woman. I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
Perhaps
Uh,
we can just rob each other of our fancies rather than anything else.
Jesus Christ. You're like, oh,
Jebik steps forward, as she will, in fact, introduce herself by name in just a moment. She smiles at your antics, and she says, "Gentlemen, I am Jebik, a lieutenant of our esteemed Longscarf. There's no need for violence. Simply understand that violence will occur should you show us any distemper.
Oh, what counts as distemper?
Simply
right. The problem
Simply-
with that, miss,
give us what we want, and we will be on our way.
I don't know it's going to work out like that. I'm
You
sorry.
won't even miss it." And she produces from within her vest, a gourd, like classic anime sake gourd, but it's got a golden stopper. And she says, "I don't want gold. I don't want jewelry. I don't want your value. But I do want your joy." And she says, "We'll simply take from each of you one sweet memory. The memory of the moment when you received your favorite gift.
Well,
That's all we ask. Surely that's a small price to pay."
Oh,
That's
shit.
absolutely
Fairies.
not
It's fucking fairies.
a good trade. I embody 3 different minds.
All right. Wait. How about
She only wants
you,
a single memory. Yeah.
I'll trade you a single memory, but first we gotta fuck. How you feel about that?
No, a single memory from all 3 of us.
Wait,
Oh,
what? Wait, what?
insalubrious, she says.
Oh, I'm just saying I'll trade you that memory because it'll probably be pretty fucking great. That's an awesome gift you gave me.
That's not what she wants.
Giggity, yeah.
I know. I just laugh. You guys, it's gonna be a fight. Mm.
What's funny is right before I started playing this session, I was reading an article about Three's Company and how it wouldn't fly today, which straight up, yep, that's a fair cop. But
Yeah.
the primary reason stated in the article was not the rampant homophobia, though that was called out repeatedly.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
But
real
was
problem
in fact Larry.
Ah, yep,
And I'm
pretty
like,
much.
yeah, that's a fair cop. That's a problematic.
Jack, I got the twins. I got the twins with the Regal Beagle.
They're Swedish. They don't speak English, dude.
Jesus
wait a minute.
Christ, man.
You're right. Yep, exactly.
Oh,
It was terrible. The real terrible part is that I was 5, 6, 7 years old.
Right.
When I was watching
that show
show.
debuted in '77 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
So that means
totally,
I was 2 or 3 when it started out. But I watched it. I have memories of watching it, and I have memories of being like, "Oh, Three's Company. I like this show," and my mom
Right.
being like, That's you shouldn't like. Why are you?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm already dead.
Larry is a problematic rabbit.
Memories of joy weigh more upon me than they do upon you living folk.
Mind you all, Jory's not doing this because he wants to get laid with rabbits. He's doing this because he understands that he's in this like other world, and he's like, all right, then let's just make this as fucking problematic as possible, right? How's this now?
You must be better in the simulated world than in the real world. Anyway,
IRL, yeah. We'll save that for our philosophical talk show, which you should see here coming soon on the DOP crew, etc. someday.
Like I said, memories are all I have. I am dead and carry no sensation, so they weigh upon me more than they do upon you, mortal. They have more existential value. Since I can't feel, cannot gain more memories.
Gotta ask, how do you expect to extract this memory?
Some fairy magic.
Yeah, she shakes the gourd.
Yeah, they got a gourd. They're just gonna, you're gonna drink from it. You're gonna drink from it. It's gonna take it away.
I'm saying no. Not only am I a multiple being, but I'm also dead. If I receive
I'm not in.
Gift, it's always going to be under the apathy of death.
I'm not
no
in.
longer will dopamine rush through my veins and memory imprint upon me as you are asking for. So it's not so simple a trade for me.
Also, as far as I'm concerned, my greatest
it's
gift,
a limited resource. You must understand.
My greatest gift might have been this rabbit body in this fantasy world, because I was gifted this without taking away the knowledge of my previous life or anything. Like that is a gift. Like I've thought about this. Again, I'm monkly, so that's what I do. I sit and think, but I don't know. Fuck that. I don't want you to take it away. I love the knowledge of who I am.
I'll be honest, I don't even think I know what my favorite gift is. I don't think I had a favorite gift, because when I look back at all the gifts I got, they were all ephemeral. So you know what? Hand that bottle over here.
Well, she looks at you and she says, "It's all or nothing." And I get the impression, and she points at you, YOLO, that the buckethead over here isn't willing to play.
Well, I'm telling you that your trade's unfair. If I were to give you such a thing, I would need change. I'm saying my memories are more valuable than yours, and you don't understand the currency.
Yeah, she's not buying that.
I don't even get a roll.
I guess you know what, you can make a roll. Yeah, I shouldn't just say that.
It could be a high roll. I understand that. I'm also not a charisma kank. That's persuasion, I believe.
Indeed.
I kind of am a charisma tank. I'm a 16.
Pally's love the charisma. Yeah, she does consider it for a moment. You know, as if wondering if maybe it's not as reciprocal as she believes it to be. Because in her mind, to be clear, the trade is not like, you know, your memory for something that she gives you. It's your memory for not beating you senseless.
Yeah.
So the thing that she is measuring value against is the beat down that she believes her and her friends can deliver upon you.
Well, I guess a consideration check. Do they actually seem like they'd be tough enough to take us out?
If you want to try a different skill, feel free to make the argument. But otherwise, why don't you roll insight for me?
All right.
That was a fucking
Insight
kaboom. I wonder what
sounds
just
good.
blew up outside.
What? Something blew up outside?
Did you not hear that kaboom?
No, I did not. My head.
Yeah, well, mine too. Mine too.
By the
There was a kaboom.
Yeah, I'm distracted by trying to find a counter argument if she tried to explain herself about the measurement of the beatdown versus the feeling.
Right. Okay. So with the 16, you feel like they're pretty lightweight. Like they may have combat capabilities that you're unaware of, but you think it would probably only take a good, a good slice or two with a blade or, an oar upside the head to send them down. They don't look like they're anything special. The snail maybe is the exception, but that snail doesn't really look like it's their friend. Like it doesn't seem happy to be a part of their group there. So you suspect that if you distract them, that snail's going to go running.
Good, Jevik. If the trade cannot be met, what are the rules of this combat / beatdown?
She laughs and she says, I already told you, we'll beat you black and blue.
Is that it? I am dead and cannot bruise.
What about
Well,
after?
we'll just beat you
Like,
black.
kind of like what my friend was saying. Maybe sharing a room afterward. Maybe get a room during. Might be fun. I don't know.
He says, so that's a no then.
Hey,
It's
how much of that drink do you have, by the way? Like, I'm pretty thirsty. I might just chug that whole thing.
Are you pointing at the gourd or anything when you say that?
Yes.
All right. That actually distracts her for a moment because she looks down at it and she says, "This is not for you.
Oh,
This is for Longscar."
Well, wait. So how do you get our memories then? I'm still not. I don't understand.
Longscar? Wait, who's Longscar?
He's the bad guy. He's the
Long scarf.
Long scarf. Who's long scarf?
Right.
He's got a long blue scarf and he's really quick, but we can probably kick its ass.
All right.
Yeah, like if Shinobi and Orko, were like a
Right.
single.
Oh,
thing,
hilarious!
Right?
That's all you needed to say. I see it now.
Jokes aside, he's a rabbit brigand with a blue scarf. That's pretty much all you know so far.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's very quick and clever.
So
I know switches.
You say this thing. You've got this gourd. How? Who? What? How? I'm still not sure mechanically how this works. Can you spell it out?
If you beat us, I will have to reciprocate the violence.
It won't happen. I'm not going to be
already
beaten black and
established
blue.
the
Yeah.
terms of the trade.
I'm telling her that if they attempt to do this, that this will be a reciprocation.
Right. What I'm saying is that's going to be seen as a escalation, not a reciprocation.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hold on.
Oh no, it's an equal trade. If she strikes us, I will strike back.
It's not an equal trade though, because the trade that has been offered is one of your memories or a beatdown. So if you don't give her the memory, the reciprocation is the beatdown. Equation balanced.
Yeah, you're not getting one of my memories. So
I never agreed to.
Actually, you know what? I think I have a better deal. You spare us the beatdown, and we don't make your snail friend turn on you, and then we beat you down for being so mean to your snail friend, which is not your friend.
Oh, okay. How do you want to play? So now you're talking about intimidation, which is great. We haven't done one of these roles in a little while. So what's your play here? Like, are you coming across dangerous, crafty? Like, what's your performance?
Oh,
I'll just take my maul out and hold it in my hand. Like, maybe I have a maul in my hand that I might be able to use to crack a snail. Maybe
making it sound nonchalant, as if
I made my roll there,
as if it's not the first time that I've made a giant snail turn on a bunch of rabbit bandits.
Yeah.
That's why all I did was take my weapon out and put it in my hand with a very suggestive.
For that
performative
matter, from your perspective, what a day and a half ago, you were just riding giant snails.
A robbery isn't good hospitality.
They don't have to know that.
I guess that wouldn't really get. They're like,
No,
hey,
but
what is it?
you do. To be fair, you do have like a group performance going on. So since
I'm
we've
just
already
trying to
got
look
2
intimidating.
roles, rather than doing it as a help, why don't we have everybody roll intimidation?
Should I roll again or what?
Mad at the
No, your roll's already recorded. You're good.
Okay, good.
So let's have YOLO and Watts roll intimidation.
Yeah, my character is getting mad at the logic of this thing because he's like, a robbery is not good hospitality.
Oh, they're obviously flaunting the rules in some way. Flouting the rules? Flaunting?
I think both of those are correct.
Okay. You with us, Watts? Yep, Watts may have fallen asleep. We may have lost Watts.
The Lost Watts.
Yep, not Watts in, but instead Watts out.
I'm asleep. No.
You did say something about passing out, and we do have very soothing voices.
We do.
Well, and it
We
is
do
about
have
that
soothing
time.
voices.
Yeah.
Fair.
Well,
really is.
all right then. Well, we'll pick this up and
All right.
tell them what happened. I'm just gonna put it out there real quick. My whole plan was to try to play it chill, get the jug, and then pour it out. But I'm trying to figure out mechanically how we give our memory and how I might be able to get access to the jug.
No, I don't agree to this trade.
Yeah, she hadn't
Yeah, I'm
given
not-
you any good indication of how it works.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna deal with fairies in that way at all. And also the fact that they're rabbits makes me feel like I can muscle them on even territory, right? That's why I'm talking shit. It's because I feel like, oh, you're just like me. And guess what? I'm also me from another realm. I'm me from beyond me. So fuck off. I got nothing. Let's go.
I'm also about ready to use speak with animals to tell that snail it's time to rise
Yep.
up. It's the revolution. And
Exactly. Like a bunch of fucking Indians around their elephant, and you're like, nope,
You
time.
wanted to leave,
Yep.
you could do it now. They're distracted.
Well, or even more so, help us. We don't want to enslave you, but they do.
Right. But I won't do that until Watts is back.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Watts is back. Go, Watts is back.
All right. So that being the case, I think this is a good time to wrap up. So thank you for hosting. Everybody, thanks for playing. Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for the little raid at the start there, everybody. And have
Glory.
yourselves a good night out there.
Good help.
Love you, mean it.
Night, everybody.